It is 7:12. Emergency responders face difficult situations on a regular basis. The stress can be cumulative, in some cases leading to post-traumatic stress disorder. In fact, over the past 6 months, more than 20 emergency response workers across Canada have committed suicide. The latest, the apparent suicide of that New Brunswick RCMP officer who suffered from PTSD. This has prompted a grassroots campaign to encourage emergency responders to support their peers who are dealing with job-related trauma. It is called I've Got Your Back 911, and it's on Twitter and Facebook. Stephanie Romano is one of the people behind it. Stephanie's a paramedic with Elgin County EMS. She's also education coordinator with the Southwest Ontario Regional Base Hospital Program and an instructor in the paramedic program at Lambton College in Sarnia. Stephanie's on the phone now. Good morning.
Good morning, Wei. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Talk about your job as a paramedic and how much stress you deal with every day.
You know, it's a very challenging job, but it's very rewarding as well. But along with those challenges and rewards comes the stress that's associated with the role that we have. The challenge, I think, is that stress looks different to everyone. I mean, for me, I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old at home. So running out to calls where there are children that are involved that are severely injured or really, really sick, those are the types of calls that get to me. But as I said, you know, stressors are different to everyone. Perhaps to someone else, it's attending to a scene of a horrific crash or a horrific scene where people are injured or who are suffering. And then for others, it's maybe a scene or a call where their own safety is in danger. Mm-hmm. You know, as you said, it's the stressors of the job that are hurting us. And as you mentioned in your intro, over 20 first responders in the past 6 months. The numbers are actually 24 now. And as you mentioned yesterday, an RCMP officer has committed suicide. He's lost his life to PTSD.
So it isn't just paramedics. I just wanted to be clear that it is anyone who is first at the scene. So it's police officers, firefighters, paramedics.
You've got it. First responders, absolutely. And that's why our hashtag, I've Got Your Back 911, was labeled that way to encourage and to support all of those first responders.
Why did you decide to go this route with a social media campaign?
Well, I have to give a shout-out to my peers, to the group. So I've got to give a shout-out to Jill Foster, Denise Lang, and Sean Taylor. You know, the four of us sort of sat around over a cup of tea one night and said, we have to do something. The reports are sitting on social media, and we feel like we've got no support, so let's do something about it. And so in the light of the recent ALS Ice Bucket Challenge that, I mean, as you probably saw, reached out to millions and millions of people, we thought, let's do something similar, and let's attempt to raise awareness for first responder mental health. So we figured after the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, why not do something that sits a little bit closer to home? And we figured that the first step in any campaign is simply to raise awareness. And if we succeed at that goal of raising awareness, then maybe move on to addressing the political agenda, maybe some fundraising, maybe partner with other organizations with the same types of goals.
Mm-hmm. But the first message was, I've got your back, 911.
You got it. Let's raise awareness. Let's raise support.
Why did you choose that particular slogan?
Well, I think that if you ask anybody in any career, they've probably heard at some point from a supportive coworker, you know, I've got your back. Mm-hmm. I'm here for you, right? And so we did a little bit of research and found that a number of organizations were using that. So we thought, let's stick to it, but let's personalize it. Let's add 911 to the back. So the hashtag, I've got your back 911. And we really wanted to incorporate all emergency services. So we wanted to make sure that everyone was captured within that. So paramedic services, fire departments, police officers as well. I mean, it's also pretty catchy, right?
Yeah. How difficult is it? You know, because sometimes you don't necessarily get that support from your peers.
You're right. There's unfortunately a stigma attached to mental health in general population, but also in emergency first response. People generally don't talk about this kind of stuff. There's this stigma of, you know, get over it, it's part of your job. And that's not appropriate. We need to share the message that is not appropriate. We need people to be able to talk about this and support those individuals. And support may look different to each individual going through this type of stressor, but we need to make sure that they're aware that there is support available.
Yeah, or there's that pressure to be tough.
Exactly.
Despite the fact that you see, the worst of humanity.
Exactly.
What's been the response so far?
So the response has been absolutely amazing. The support is heartwarming. It's also overwhelming. I mean, if you have a look at our Facebook page, we've reached out to over 56,000 people. We've had 4,300 likes on our Facebook page. Our Facebook page, hashtag I've Got Your Back 911. We've been up and running for 5 days. We're also on Twitter. We're also on Instagram. Same hashtag, I've Got Your Back 911. But on top of the social media response, I have to give the personal touch a little bit of a shout out as well. The four of us on the committee have had personal emails, phone calls, Facebook messages, text messages from people who have actually gone through this type of PTSD, stressing disorder. And they've been able to share with us their experiences, and the thank yous that we've had from them for the amount of support that we've been able to raise has been incredible.
Well, Stephanie, thank you very much for talking about this first step.
Well, thank you so much for having us. I just wanted to quickly share that we are raising funds through teespring.com/I've Got Your Back 911, teespring.com. All proceeds are being donated to the Temacontra Memorial Trust. And also, if you can, raise awareness for Bill 2, include PTSD as a recognized cause of WSIB. Write to your MPPs. There's a petition online and a petition that you can sign on paper, also found on our Facebook page. Thank you so much for helping us raise awareness.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stephanie Romano is a paramedic with Elgin County EMS. She's also education coordinator with the Southwest Ontario Regional Base Hospital Program and an instructor in the paramedic program at Lambton College in Sarnia.